Hello guys, I hope you are doing well. So in today's video, I will give you an overview of what is the blockchain and some basics of the blockchain. So let's get started. So basically a blockchain is a nothing but the block of the data, and each block has the address of its previous block, and this pattern creates a chain of block, also called as the blockchain. So if we dive into the history, then in 2019, in 1991, some group of researchers and scientists found one technique called the digital time stamping, which is basically nothing but a smart notary or digital notary, we can say. So in this technique, uh, they used to store a date and time digitally for any contracts and the notaries, but due to the limitation in the computer infrastructure, it was not quite popular at the time. But in 2009, a group or person called the Satoshi Nama, also known as Bitcoin creator, used this technique in order to form the blockchain. And then after, many other people using this technique and put some light on it. So there are many other blockchains at the moment, like Ethereum and Doge, which are also using the same concept, and they are quite popular as well. So let's move forward. So in the blockchain, the basic attribute is the block. So basically block contains three main attributes called the data of the block, hash of the block, and the hash of the previous block. So these three attributes form up one block inside the blockchain. And if we go more inside the block, then attribute called the data, which contains the information of information regarding block. And the data value of the data differs based on the application of the blockchain, right? So in case of the uh, bitcoin block contains the information from to an amount. So it's actually refers the information like from which bitcoin has been purchased, to whom it's going to be transferred, and what is the amount of particular block. So if we consider another blockchain called the binary blockchain, then in that case the data value will be name of particular wine and the quantity of that particular wine, and from which it's originated, right? So that will be a data for wine blockchain. So it's a differ based on application of blockchain. uh, so next part is hash. So as in the real world, each and every person has its own identity, right? And one to validate the identity, we have fingerprints. So in the entire planet, no two person has the same fingerprint, right? So in the digital workspace as well, each and every word or each and every sentence or each and every values has its own identity called the hash. So whenever anything inserted inside the blockchain, the blockchain system will generate one hash code which is unique to each and every values. So for example, if we store something on one block, then the blockchain will generate one unique identity code called the hash for that particular block, and it will be unique in entire blockchain. No two blocks has the same hash code. So for example, over here I have generated the hash code for the test. So this is the hash code for the test called the 9F86 duo, etc, etc, etc. So no second word will have the same hash code. For example, test 1 has the different hash code, test 2 will have the different hash code, but not the same in entire life cycle. So that's how the hash make block unique inside the blockchain. So the third attribute inside the blockchain is the address of the previous block. So and this pattern is actually a create a chain of blocks, and this pattern helps the blockchain to make itself a more tamper proof. So how it will make more tamper proof? So for example, if you want to change, if someone try to change the value of particular block, then changing a value will emit the will create a new hash code for that particular block, and it will mismatch in entire block system, right? So in that way we'll find like someone tempered the one block. But nowadays the computer are very fast, very powerful. So it may possible like someone, if someone try to change it, then they also try to change the value of each and every block in an entire block system too frequently, right? But that's not the case. Inside the blockchain we have a concept called the proof of work. Actually this technique slow down the creation of block inside the blockchain. So typically in the Bitcoin blockchain system, generation of uh, each block and the process called the proof work around takes like 10 minutes for each and every blocks, and it slow down the entire process. And in that way it will helps to mitigate the danger of the tampering inside the blockchain. But alone, if someone has a very powerful computer, then it can be achievable as well. But there is the another aspect of the blockchain as well. Basically blockchain is not run on one single computer, it's run on a multiple computer in the entire world. It's run on the distributed system called the peer-to-peer networks. So it's only possible to temper a blockchain if someone has the access more than 50% of entire distributed network, which is practically impossible. So in the blockchain, when someone if some block has been introduced, so basically in the blockchain all of this distributed network has the replica of entire blockchain. So for example there will be a one block created inside the block system, then it will be transmitted to entire network, and they validate the work, they validate a proof of concept. And if everyone has the same value, then only they agree to add the block in the blockchain. If one node has the negative one node will not have the same value, then it will be it will be a bypassed, or it will be neglected. So in that this is the scenario how the blockchain works. So it's a nearly impossible to control the more than 50% of entire distributed networks, and that's why the blockchain is more tamper proof and helps to make it more secure. So in a future video I will give the more insights on the smart contracts, what is the proof of work in the detail, and we'll also discuss what is the P2P distributed network and uh, how they help us to make the blockchain more robust. So if you guys like this video, then please like, share, and subscribe, and support me in this journey. I will share more details and more knowledge with you guys as well. So thank you so much. Bye bye.